So as far as like SEO for WordPress goes, the two probably most popular plugins I use are going to be the all-in-one SEO pack and then the Platinum SEO pack. They're both really, really good. The all-in-one SEO pack is probably a little bit easier to use because all it is you install it and it lets you, type in your keywords for a home page, type in your keywords for each particular page and things like that. But those are probably the two best SEO plugins that are out there. There's other ones, and there's like an upgraded version of the SEO pack, and different things like that. Honestly, the free one works perfectly. I actually tried one site that has the free one and then one site that has the paid version, and it didn't make that big of a difference. So for people that think, if I just pay those $39 or whatever a month, it's going to make it a lot better. It really doesn't. I mean, it adds a little more stuff here and there, but not significant. The reason I like the all-in-one SEO pack a little bit better is because they do have one for WooCommerce. So if you have an e-commerce website, they do have an all-in-one SEO pack that will work on each one of your products. What happens is if you run an e-commerce site and other people kind of give you the same description and copy and paste, they all look the same, and you have all the same description as everybody else that's selling the same thing, So this is where you can actually go in there and change the keywords and stuff like that so that your page looks a little bit better. Even though the picture might be the same, you want to kind of change it because the same picture, the same description everywhere, it's kind of like Google doesn't like duplicate content. So it's a really good way to kind of give it a bit of a boost if you can't rewrite all the descriptions. I mean, at least having the SEO pack on there is really good. On your pictures, just real quick, try to, whenever you save your picture, try to save it, make sure it's not PNG, make sure it's a good format that's kind of compressed, that it loads fast, because load time is actually very important for SEO. So if your site is, really good, but your site takes forever to load, Google sees that and they know, hey, this site took this much time to load, this site took less time to load. So overall, you want to kind of keep your images down, so not that many, let's see, and usually people always forget to add the alt tag when it comes to your, the actual image. So make sure that you do add the description on the alt tag because it is a good thing, especially for a lot of times we don't think about it, but there are people that are on the internet that either they can't see or they can't hear, stuff like that. But having that description is really good. And here I just did an example, this is a picture with the description of a Facebook application. Well, Facebook application can look like anything. So the next one, which is a better version of it, would be Facebook iPhone weather application. So that kind of describes your picture better. So kind of don't make it don't make it a lot of sentences and stuff and try to stick a bunch of stuff in there, but just make it as specific as possible to try to describe that picture. So pretend someone can't see the picture. How would you describe it to them in one sentence? So that's always good for your SEO.
I thought the Spanish SEO, I never even thought because I'm not bilingual.
Yeah.
That's
I'm
amazing.
I have a little bit about it later, but if your market is highly competitive, big time, and a really good way to kind of stand out is doing SEO in Spanish, because even though it's competitive, -1 for nobody's doing Spanish SEO, so it actually could give you a pretty good boost for that one little kind of tweak, make it a little bit different because it is the World Wide Web, so you kind of have to think outside of.
We have a huge market here.
Yeah, exactly. So, and that applies to any language though, really, honestly, whatever you're selling, like if you could have that translated to like 4 or 5 other languages, if it's something that you could sell online to other countries and stuff like that, then you gotta kind of think that way too, because the United States is only so big, and there's people in other parts of the world that probably could use your same book and your same whatever you're selling, and they do speak English most a lot of times, and you don't realize it, but so it's always something kind of good to